There we go. I have got to get used to just no matter as soon as it starts, hit the record because we never know what we're gonna get into, man. We never know what we're gonna talk about. Somebody just joined. Welcome, whoever.
Hey, welcome, family.
Yeah, that's better. You sounded way more professional there and welcoming. I'm like, welcome, whoever. You're like, welcome, family. So I apologize. Getting used to
What's
this whole speaking wisely thing with the words and choosing them.
Yeah, I'm bad with words. Hey, everybody, what's up?
Oh, if I'd have knew it was you, I'd have been like, "What up, Randy?
Yeah, it's me.
What up, Kev?"
What's going on, everybody?
going on,
So
family?
me and Kevin actually did a couple sessions and shit last night. We did a Zoom. Got his folks finance loans and shit set up. Got him locked into some liquidity pools with Cycle and Wave and a couple other things. Yeah,
Oh,
he
okay.
actually contributed quite a bit. So I want to congratulate him on taking a big step and getting in the game in a good way too. We ain't talking, he dropped a whole 500 last night.
Oh, yeah, that's what's up here, and congratulations, man.
Quicker results, straight to the point with it, for sure, for sure. That's a great
Yeah,
way
we got him. Hey,
to
I
promotion.
really, honestly, I also do want to just take this time to congratulate you too, Kevin, because Randy, I told you earlier when I talked to you, like how fast and just like quick and on point, like he caught on.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is who I'm talking about.
Oh,
Kevin.
okay.
Yeah, dude. I mean,
He gonna
literally,
do
I explained to
exactly
him
what
one
we did,
time,
man.
and he was like, "Bam, bam, bam, bam." It was pretty
Yeah.
cool. The only thing he got caught up on was the same shit that catches me up is like the figuring out where to put this link and okay, and I got to go to this app, and that's what gets me. I hate it,
Yeah.
especially in the beginning, man. Walt loaded me down with so many apps. Like he just sent me like 1,000 apps, and like I was like, oh my god, dude, what am I supposed to do with all these? But
And
I
I
downloaded
think
them
that's the
all.
beauty of it too, because if you wait until you actually have the problem where you actually need those apps, it's a lot more of an inconvenience,
Yes.
and sometimes it can even cost you. So being able to preemptively load up on the apps, like one of the things was like making it more user friendly. And so like as we start to see like the system start to spread out with private banking being one of the main things, I remember Nathan was talking about it being a work of art. So
Yeah.
every time you get over that user interface or that technical application, you kind of come up with your own way in order to really achieve those results.
Yeah, that's actually a good point. That wouldn't be a bad idea too, is kind of like the checklist that we have in Block Cycle Labs. It's like you get in there, you go through that checklist and get everything on there first, and then you're set up to where you can then start. Yeah, so if we actually could get together with like a core group of apps and things that like are prominent, we could package that all together too. And that would be a good idea. That's great, actually. That's a good point you just brought up because it is more convenient to already have it. That way, when the issue arises, oh shit, I've already got the app.
Yeah, I started on that when I first.
Yeah, it's
Uh,
crucial because like I was like just I ain't gonna lie in the beginning, immediately when I saw like the potential as far as investments go, man, I jumped all in that. Like so I was all over the place, really. If I would have took the time because now I've got everything way more organized and compartmentalized and set up to where and it's way more fluid, it's easier, it's more efficient, it's so much better. Just like the little simple stuff like last night when I was saying, let's head over to the laptop to do the folks finance, right? Because it's easier because it keeps your collaterals on the left and your borrows on the right. So you can, you know what I'm saying? To me, I hate folks finance on the Parawallet or on the phone. I love it for Tiny Man. It's way more convenient. The app on the phone is way more convenient on Tiny Man and quick for me. But as far as folks finance, I need it on the laptop where I can see my borrows and collaterals.
really?
Yeah.
So you do Tiny Man on the phone?
Yeah, honestly. Well, I like just because it's quick, you know.
Yeah, I've been doing it on my laptop. I just like being able to see everything.
Yeah, no, now like if I'm going in to like look at like data or charts or like the growth of like a particular pool or something like yeah, anything that's like technical analysis wise, I'm jumping on the laptop.
Oh, that's interesting because I'm actually the inverse. I use the technical analysis before I start making plays for the day on my phone 'cause since it's like all condensed, and then usually I'll move into the laptop. And I've been
Yeah, I
finding
do
that a lot
that.
of times too.
I do that as far as like checking stuff because I'll just wake up, hit the phone and do that. But like when I'm actually diving deep into it, like especially when I get with Mike. and we start discussing like tokenomics and like, what pools we should be paying attention to right now, and how we should adjust if, so like for instance, algo right now is jumping through the roof. So there's ways that you can,
For sure.
keep, you can like
Especially now that Para Wallet integration with
yeah.
Para.
Hey, Para is the integration they got going on is really fire, man. And then they got that MasterCard stuff coming up. That's gonna be huge.
For sure, for sure. So, what are the things I've been finding to kind of open up the conversation for people on this topic of investing is using the Rule of 72. But I've also been
Yes.
using like something that Alex has said, which is like a lot of the times people want to know what the double-edged sword of it is, and I've been explaining it to them as though like the technical aspect. Once you understand how to use pretty much interact between the apps, then you're able to properly apply the Rule of 72 with full custody. So now we're really building wealth. You see what I'm saying?
Exactly. That's what a lot of people don't realize. I've got a friend, I've been trying to get that through to him. He does all of his crypto investing through Robinhood. And I'm trying to get him to understand that all that is, that's just a trust, basically, right? Like it's a brokerage account. So you don't own those assets. The brokerage firm actually owns the assets, and then that's why, like when you go to cash out and stuff, you got to wait a week to get your payout because they're gonna sell off the stocks themselves and do all that, or the crypto or whatever it is. So that's a custodial, or it's like a brokerage
Yeah.
account so you don't own those assets. When you take those off of those platforms and put them into like a Para wallet or a Web3 wallet, then you actually have control of the asset.
Yeah, I never got into Robinhood.
Yeah. Well, I mean, even like Coinbase and shit like that, really. Coinbase is a centralized exchange. So, you got to put your social in, you got to do the whole thing. So it's just like a bank account, right?
Well, for
That's
earned
the thing.
income, I use it too. For
Yeah.
like 401ks, instead of having a 401k that was managed by, I believe at the time, it was, what's that? It's the bull on the Merrill Lynch
Yeah.
had my
Yeah.
401k, and then I switched
Mhm.
it over to Robinhood just because I was able to choose, and I was still able to get that same write off as if I was pretty much contributing to a 401k through my job. So a
Yeah.
lot of things like that
No,
I'll use.
right. Don't get me wrong, because I have those accounts myself. Like I still have my first Acorns account when I first started investing in stocks. My whole journey started with $5 a week every Friday at matter of fact, at a place me and Kevin worked at together. We were managing a little kitchen a restaurant like in downtown Chattanooga.
That's
And so every
closed
Friday
now.
I would put $5. It was tiny too.
That place
But the owner was
that place
super cool,
never
man.
recovered. Never
Yeah.
recovered, did it?
But it literally kept running all the way through COVID. It was crazy. But
Resilience of the
yeah, so
marketplace.
$5 a week every Friday, and I've still got that same account. And now it's like I also have a Roth IRA with them too. Cool thing about the Roth IRAs is the contributions that you put in are already taxed, right? So everything that builds in an IRA is tax free, no matter how big it gets. Matter of fact, the guy that started PayPal with Elon Musk, he started with I believe it was 1,400 in an IRA, and now it's like millions and millions,
Worldwide.
all tax free, every
That's
bit of it.
crazy.
Now the cool thing, I actually work with this company called Monarch, and you can take your Roth IRA and they'll convert it to a checkbook controlled, self directed Roth IRA. Because most IRAs you can just do in traditional investments like stocks and bonds and things like that. But if you actually have it converted to a checkbook controlled, self directed, you can then start investing in real estate. And as long as you don't commingle the funds, the same rules apply. Everything bills tax free. And so you can't like take 100,000 from your IRA and then 50,000 cash and mix it, because then it violates the terms.
That's interesting. So a lot of people have been also telling me about like when it comes to accounts that are managed, the inaccessibility to annuities.
Mhm.
How I've been learning more about annuities, but do you use annuities in any way to contribute to like wealth building, especially in
Uh,
relation to how we have DeFi as a way to kind of like subsidize
you
some
know
of the
what?
payments?
That's something I think that maybe me and you could probably do a deep dive on, really, because I need to get more familiar with that too. Because the fact that you just brought up the DeFi aspect, and that really is something that we could use.
For sure, for sure. I think that it would be a worthwhile conversation, at least just to see how technically possible it would be, right?
Yeah. That's actually got my gears spinning for real. That's an interesting idea.
Yeah, I think I
Me
want
and
to
Walt,
join y'all on that deep dive right there. That sounds like something I would be interested in finding out more
yeah,
about myself.
yeah, exactly. See, there we go. That's what this is really all about right now. It's just all of us kind of getting together and like a think tank, really. Just Q&A, like open discussions. If anybody right now, let's take the time for all the people that's joined. If you have a personal project or anything that you would like to promote, or just let us be aware of, now's the time. I know
I'm jumping right
Gitatron
in.
just killed it with
Yeah,
the
I'm jumping right in.
yeah, I knew it. Go ahead.
Right way,
Yeah,
right way.
yeah, y'all know I'm Gitatron, also known as Foster. That's my real name. And I'm doing Walter the Wise. So if y'all would just follow that Instagram page at Walter_the Wise, like and share them videos. If it's something you want to see, let me know. If it's something you want to hear, let me know. I'm getting into a mix of making original music and also parodying popular music. Like in a few minutes, I'm gonna come out with a song that's gonna be the second half of Kendrick Lamar's TV Off. So instead of saying like
Ooh.
mustard, I'm coming in Walter like that. You know what I
Ah.
mean? Yeah. So I'm doing like a mix of those things. So and if you go look at app.walterthewise.site right now, you'll see that I've been really doing some major upgrades to that site. You can swap the tokens via TinyMan and make LP via TinyMan right on the site without leaving the site. I have NFT staking in multiple pages right now, and you can see where it's coming soon. Just the whole overall look and functionality of the site is being upgraded to get the NFT music staking platform really going in that place. So yeah, y'all fuck with Walter the Wise.
Yes.
That on Instagram, you said?
Yes. Well, everywhere, honestly. Everywhere.
Yeah, I was on TikTok, but y'all know they talk about banning that. So, I just went on ahead and pivoted because sometimes you just got to pivot as these technologies grow, things change.
They'll end up negotiating that.
Yeah, I really,
So
this
much
isn't the
data
first
is on the
time.
line. They're not gonna let that go.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Do you know that like literally TikTok surpassed all the other social media platforms in product sales just from the TikTok shop and that little promotion that they ran? I jumped on. I promise you, uh, my girl, she got probably over $300 worth of shit delivered at Christmas just from sending the link. Click my link, you'll get $2. I'll get $2. And if it was somebody that didn't already have TikTok and they signed up, you got like $70.
And that's a
I
referral
will
type
say,
strategy that we can also employ, right?
Exactly.
like with TikTok, from a developer standpoint, it is a national security issue, especially if you have a
Yeah,
hostile enemy that's
Yes.
providing
yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
That's what
so
I'm saying. They'll end up negotiating that shit. But
But I do want to make this point too. It's not like the other social media platforms aren't, right? They're all taking your data, they're all selling it. In the user agreement, that you all clicked on, if you didn't read you gave them permission.
yeah,
Every social media platform that you sign the user agreement on and are using, if you read it tells you, yeah, we're going to use your pictures, we're going to use your data, we're going to use all that shit, and we're going to sell it.
And that's what member services is for. So we're really highlighting pretty much how to use these algorithms in your favor, and we're using that to leverage the global accessibility, right? So a
Exactly.
lot of the messages and a lot of the SEO that goes into place, a lot of people struggle with finding the placement. So you can go off of insights alone to really see if any strategy would be applicable, and it'll really create strong connections, because I know we talked about like having a vetting process in a way just to make sure that people are able to utilize the product or some of these platforms or some of the opportunities, right? So making sure that people are able to navigate is one of the things that we're launching, especially with collaborative projects within the ecosystem, right? So showing that it's a function of multiple ecosystems such as Walter the Wise, Wave, Sandman, things of the sort really gives it more of a, how should I say, a joint community
Yeah.
action thing. So as you start to learn
Interconnectivity,
different
really.
aspects, you can use it.
Hmm. Yeah, and I mean, honestly, we talked about this the other day. The companies that are really set to just boom are the businesses and corporations and companies that are into connectivity, right? You know, energy and all that shit. Yeah, I mean, hydrogen's going to be big in the next couple of years, you know, but the businesses like Facebook, you know, Meta and all those things, those are all businesses centered around connectivity. And those
Integration.
they're always gonna boom,
Yeah.
especially now on
I
the
agree
internet.
with that. I think if we all promote each other's projects, man, that's gonna make it just that much more powerful because that's what we should be doing here. Like, I don't want to just be coming on here talking about promoting Walter. Like, that's why in my videos I'm talking about Wave, I'm talking about
Yes.
Block Cycle. You know what I mean? And then when y'all do yours, you talk about Walter, you talk about Get a Try. You know what I mean? That way, we can just be coming at them from so many different sides.
Yes. I'll tell you another thing, is one thing that I picked up from the guys on CompX is you can use like your personal page to like personally endorse a project or something that you personally want to. And then anytime you want to actually incorporate like the community as a collective, then you can, you know, tag the Block Cycle Labs, you can tag Wealth Wave, you know, or you can say we. So that was like something I was like, wow, that's just a little simple little thing that's like cool. So you can still have your own because we really want to promote that, especially with the member services, because that's what it's all about. Like somebody who has experience running their own anything, right? Like if you've managed a project or if you've done video editing or music or any of these things like that you can bring to the table, that's what we want. And then we take that and put it with all the other assets and all the other valuable skills and talents we have, and we make everything better.
Go.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say.
Exactly.
We all come together and put on the table what everybody is real good at. You know what I mean? And then put that all in one recipe and build a project
Boom.
instead of us all of us extending our energy outward. You know what I mean? We just work inward all together and
There it is.
push outward. You feel what I'm saying?
I
Yeah,
love
that
that.
Yes,
is.
sir. Group
I
I
love it.
love
economics.
that. You know, that's a
Come
good
together
analogy
Like
like
too. Think
love.
about it.
Voltron.
He said instead of pushing all that energy outward, you know, hoping to attract, right? We can focus all that energy. Me and Joshua talked about that too. Like we are actually going to go and get into like breaking everything down to the simplest versions, right? You know, and we can even do that with the processes and things that we do. And that's kind of the same thing, centering that energy inward to really like focus and hammer down on the things that we've got. I told Walt a long time ago, I was like, man, we've all got good at leveraging like our time and in our investments and things like that. Now we need to start leveraging our community. Let's start leveraging the people that we have in our network.
For sure. So packaging offers, you know what I'm saying? Things of the sort like that with member services. One of the main things I wanted to talk about was idea from Nisut when he gave out some of the contracts, some of the
Mm-hmm.
templates. So you were not only able to kind of experience what it is, but also see what it would be like to apply that to other opportunities. So I'm thinking about just adding a contract or just a bunch of free templates for people as they're starting to learn about DeFi so they can apply that to their own independent offers, right? So even if we are focused in on some of the community projects internally, when we do have new members come in, they can still kind of get the gist off of the same play. So we don't have to, how should I say, cater to the new individuals. They'll kind of just get in as
Right.
it starts to develop with them, right?
Yeah, and then also like I was talking the other day, when they get in here, like they might just show up to Block Cycle Labs or something just to learn about DeFi. But then when they get in here and they're in the mix with all this other information and all these other avenues and things, then they can really kind of decide, you know, well, where do you want to focus? We got everything.
What's
Yeah,
up, y'all?
indeed,
Sorry.
definitely. When
And
people
they're going
come
to
into the block
gravitate
cycle,
toward the information that they really resonate with anyway, right? So if
What's
you
up?
have somebody that's naturally, what's up, Nathan? If you have somebody naturally like inclined, uh, like with literature or reading or writing, with you know, those would be the perfect people that would probably gravitate toward like you know the contract templates and things of that nature. I'm glad we're on that actually because me and Nasut and Naeem and Kevin actually, Kevin, you cool with me? You know, kind of talking about the issue that you got with the state and everything, the child support.
Yeah, why not?
All right, so we talked about it, and I gave you Nasut's information. He definitely said to reach out to him.
Yeah, I'm on
He's
here too.
definitely wanting to. Okay, all right, there, boom, yeah. So he's willing to help. Just kind of long story short, it's been what like over a decade now, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
over a decade, this man's been dealing with child support, and they've garnished his wages. They've, incarcerated him, all kind of shit over a child. He's already had a paternity test done and proven it's not his. And then she went and wouldn't she went and refiled in another state, didn't she?
Yeah.
So
What she the how she got over was she lives like the it got started in Tennessee, but then she moved to Alabama, so they have like different laws and stuff. So she removed it and was able to take it off and then put it back on, even with my new evidence showing that, I was more than likely not the father.
I was personally there when he took this the DNA test. I seen it. Like it is 100% not his child.
I have to look up Alabama's law. Most states go by the human health, and
Mhm.
then some of them have the attorney general office over. Like Florida has the attorney general office over there. Child support. Texas has the attorney general over there. Um, it's criminal. It's
Yeah,
criminal for sure,
yeah,
100%.
So
What they're doing is they're going based off the fact of a doctrine, basically saying that you were there, and then because you have already been there for the children, and were you on the birth certificate as well?
no. Where they
No.
got him was the court date that he missed, and they defaulted him. Is
Okay, so it's
father
all
by default.
administrative.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, so
all
you
administrative.
can be you
Yeah,
can
what
beat them
happened?
administratively. You can beat them administratively. So you would just need to gather your evidence, everything that
Yeah.
you've already gotten as far as the paternity test, and then we would push it to either the attorney general if the attorney general is over the Alabama's child support or the Health and Human Services. So we're going to attack them at the top and then start going after the bonds for the
Exactly.
state.
Yeah, I've actually gotten pretty far with that, and
Okay.
I'm taking I'm actually filing a motion here uh, this this week, this weekend or next week, whenever my paperwork gets here. Um,
I
it's
wouldn't do a
Gentlemen,
it's
motion.
in
been
light,
I would
yeah,
do. I would do it in the form of affidavit, notarized.
yeah,
gentlemen, in light of the meeting being recorded, simply because we could post it on different social media sites, I think we
yes,
should also consider like creating a resource path for all of the legal resources that we do have, because
yes,
we need uniform commercial code, maritime law, and we do need other things that are accessible. So where
that
you
is true.
have specific use cases or specific areas where this applies, or this is something that you've already used to get however far you are in a legal proceeding, then you can also go ahead and access individuals who can help you further one-on-one. You know what I'm saying? So in a way, specialists, but also individuals that are, you know what I'm saying, handling that currently for their own recreational uses or for their own business purposes, right?
Exactly. Right. Right.
yeah,
Basically, proof
Yeah,
check.
and to add on that, like I'm actually dealing with like municipal things right here around in my area, and I noticed that none of them certified or got their bar number in my area. So I learned how to file judicial grievances and bar grievances on attorneys and judges.
There
So
you go.
any attorney, any judge that's not following the constitutional rules, and trying to extort you and
yeah,
railroad you on your rights or whatever, you can put them in hot water too.
Exactly.
yeah. That's what
That's
I
the
need
main
right
thing.
there.
People
That's
have
what
to
I need
realize
right there.
we
Because
have
they
power. We have power. It's the lack of education. And then even
it's a
sometimes, because here's the thing, I spent 2 years reading the UCC and the law, and I knew what it said. I could tell you the United States Code and the statutory, rules and regulations, but reading it and then actually applying it is completely different. So like I knew all this stuff in my head from reading, but when I actually saw it like implemented and applied in real life, that's when you know it's real. And so that's why I really was trying to tell you last night, like just the simple fact of these lower article courts, right? Most of them, like we had a little issue with rescinding a concealed carry permit, right? And we filed a letter of rogatory and corporate denials and all that and everything. The only thing that they didn't grant, right? So they sent back, they filed their paperwork and sent it back to us, granted everything that we requested, except for the $10,000 payout, for bothering us with showing up to court, right? And the only reason why was because they were a lower article court that didn't have the power. They didn't have the authorization to pay out, right? So these things are real. They do
they
work.
are they are
Yeah, and
real,
then
but
you were supposed
I've
to have
also
took that up to
seen.
federal court. You feel what I'm
Yeah,
saying? And sued them
yeah.
there.
That's when the
But you
real
got
law is going to come into place. You'll get literally railroaded at a smaller court. You can even appeal it to the higher court, get railroaded there. But when you go to the Supreme Court, that they're going by law. They're not going by bullshit, statutory violations and shit.
but you also got to know like how to do it right, because
Got to be able to litigate. If you
I've
do
seen a
not
lot of
know,
videos, posted like where people have said what you've said and had that shit just blow up in
well,
their face
because it
because
doesn't matter.
they didn't know exactly
They
What
didn't
how
know how
to
to
exactly?
apply it.
put it to use.
Well, it doesn't matter what you
Right,
say.
right. And that's
None of
what it
that
is.
shit's
But
admissible in
look, you
court.
can't be yeah, you gotta know one thing for sure that what we be doing when it comes to like asserting our rights, we are doing the right thing
Right.
against motherfuckers that's like, trying
Really
to, oppress
oppressing
us.
us.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
Sure.
you can never say that you can never think that you're doing something wrong. You feel what I'm saying? Because you're not doing anything wrong.
And
What you're
and
doing is
honestly,
trying to do the best you can to move in honor while people
right,
are
in
dishonoring
honor,
you. You know what I'm saying?
in honor. And that is a
Yeah.
major maxim of law is honor and dishonor. And nobody even understands what those things are. Like you can
Well,
literally lose an entire case
they
just by
sure know how
acting
to
in
take it.
dishonor.
They sure know how to take it from me.
Yeah. Well,
A big
you
thing
think
though
about
is
this. Now, somebody that's actually dove into this and understood the law, like they're going to go through the motions, right? You're going to get pissed off at first. Oh my God, I can't believe they do, and then you get all sad. But then you actually kind of get to a point to where you look at it and it's like, I'm not going to say that like you appreciate it, but you got to at least appreciate the skill that it took to craft this system, man.
Oh
These are
yeah.
these are not
Yeah, I
idiots.
definitely
These are
respect
It's
that.
geniuses,
well thought out shit. Yeah, for
well
sure.
Oh yeah.
thought out.
Oh
That,
yeah.
and not just thought out like legally, like thought of as like is in human nature.
Yes. Yes. They've took all aspects. They've took psychology and economics and social behavior and they've mixed it all
Sure.
together. And they've
Like,
literally came up with a system that is like, well, put it like this, man. You guys are in the 1%.
Yeah. And
Just
look,
being on a call
and,
like this.
yup, dedefinitely in the 1%. Because it's
I'd
not
even
Alabama
me.
say
is
I'd even
It's
say you're in
nobody.
the
the
top zero
the human
1%.
health resource.
Yeah. Because people don't know and don't have this level of understanding of what's going on around them.
Exactly.
mm,
You
And
feel what I'm
the
saying?
craziest thing is like I can sit here and I can talk someone's head off about investments, about making money, about protecting assets, about doing all that. But the moment you start lingering in toward your, unalienable rights and the power and the things that, because people have cognitive dissonance accepting that all of these hardships and shit that they went through were self-inflicted. They have a
and that's a
That
very good
problem
cognitive
with
point.
it.
A
dissonance
lot
is
of
the
people
real
get tricked.
pandemic.
They get
Oh
tricked
yeah.
without doing the due diligence, and a lot of
Mhm.
the times they'll turn it into a pitchforks and torture situation. And what I mean by that is, a lot of the times we can unite easily under the principles of oppression, but they'll trick you by giving you what you want to see if you can handle it. Just like the old adage of what you would do to give somebody the rope, and you know what I'm saying, see what they would
Let
do
him
with
hang
it, right?
himself. Yeah.
So, given the education and making sure that it's an educated mass that's able to do fact checking and come back
All
with
right,
that
guys, it's
authority
saying we got
behind
10
them,
minutes left.
knowing that
I
the
don't know.
system isn't for them. You know what I'm
I
saying?
think he cut
I feel
out a
like an
little bit.
educated minority in the masses is
I
really
guess
where
we
you
can use
have
this last
impact.
10 minutes. Are you still there, Josh?
Yes.
Can you guys hear me?
You'll get you, bro.
because
Yes, indeed, we can hear
Yeah, they that's somebody in the background.
you. Just like that.
Yeah. But me, man, I'm currently in school for for my associates for digital photography. You know what I mean? I'm naturally an artist. You know what I mean? I grew up drawing and everything like that. So I got some graphic design uh with me too. And I took a course in graphic design while I'm in school right now too. You feel what I'm saying? So network marketing is kind of what I studied when the internet first kind of broke loose. So I know about running ads, SEO, you know, all types of internet marketing stuff. You feel what I'm saying? Cookies,
Oh,
how to track you, analytics, all that crazy stuff with websites and all that
yes.
stuff. I understand all that funnels, email, auto, all that shit. I understand all that.
For
Love it.
sure. Sure.
Landing pages,
That's all.
funnels,
Hey
all
man,
that
that's
stuff.
all
I
the stuff
understand.
that I don't understand. So we gonna link up.
We have a co-working session in member services every Tuesday at 3, so we can go over details of projects and also make sure that we're assigning different members that are looking for new positions on it. But we have Watch to Earn as well for Block Cycle overall as an ecosystem, right?
Yes.
So through various partners, we got NFTs that we can release for projects and release that as a service as well. So just to make sure that it's manageable as we have more people coming in, we have member services, but we all have individual groups and ecosystems for educating individuals on specific things, and just to make sure that it's on point and on par. So I really appreciate just this thought session and this whole cycle. It's definitely provided a ton of useful notes.
Yes. Awesome. I want to take this time to definitely promote the music that we got going. We got a quite a few like good artists, and we're not talking about bullshit. Like really good artists that's got some real talent. And we're gonna do it all. Like we're gonna control the production of the beats. We're gonna control the recording. We're gonna control the sales and distribution. And we're gonna do it through NFTs, staking platforms, and then I think we're definitely should incorporate the live from the living room, watch to earn thing, right? Because I watched that myself. If you guys haven't, I recommend that you go check it out. It's literally like watching 106 in Park, man. There's good
Yeah, it
energy.
Look,
really
I
is.
Go,
It
was
is really a good show. Like it's
yeah,
very well
it's
put together. Like it's really
I
very
was
good.
gonna
well.
say it's like the basement. We could do live in the
Yeah,
basement like Tigger.
yeah, it was straight, bro. And it look,
Gotta
it's
check it
like
out.
flawless integration into the videos, right? And those are like good top videos. So when one of our artists from our label drops a new song, it literally can be plugged right in the midst of all of those other top videos. So anybody that's watching
Right,
that,
right.
What are
instantly
you
we got some
what are you
potential.
streaming that on?
They do it on YouTube, and the cool thing is if you actually watch, you'll receive the NFT, and then you actually get paid rewards for watching.
I believe all that's in the description of the video too. So live from the living room on YouTube, and it's a red logo. You'll see it pop up. It's season 4 that's currently being released.
Yeah.
Oh,
And then on some other stuff, on we do have some negotiations going with some import export. We're talking about filing the articles of incorporation and really doing it legitly. So you're probably looking into the near future of there actually being like either a Block Cycle Labs corporation, a Wealthwave corporation, or a merger of the two in some form.
Yeah, I
Oh,
just want to say
yeah,
Walter want
definitely.
to collaborate with anybody and everybody on anything and everything related to music. Like,
Hey, he is not
Oh
straight up.
lying.
yeah. He ain't playing. I've been like
He
me
is
and Walt
not
been friends
playing.
for a few years now, you know what I mean? And I watched this grow from like wealth class to where it's at now. You feel what I'm
Yes.
saying? So he know what he doing, man. He's smart. You feel what I'm saying? He be moving, and I watch him grow. So he's on it. He's not letting it stop. And I tell him all the time, we not letting it stop. You feel what I'm saying? We talk all
Nothing
the time.
stopping
We
this.
gonna continue pushing it, bro, because it's no stopping it. We started it. You feel what I'm saying? So it's booming now. So
World
it's
Yeah, and the
already
domination.
greatest
active.
part of the
Now we
genius
just
is
gotta just line it
allowing
up
people to
right.
collaborate.
Yes.
That's like what we're doing right
And
now.
and he got a job too. And he working all the time, full time.
Right, right, right.
A lot of us have really got, so
Y'all
that's
are.
the thing, right? Like we all got so much stuff going on. We're either like entrepreneurs or we're holding down jobs or we're doing other projects because like that's the thing. It takes a tremendous amount of work and effort to promote Block Cycle Labs and Wealth Wave and all these things. But then you also got to take the time to promote your own things, right? You got to
Yeah.
put the effort into your productions and into your SEOs and your social media. That's a lot, man. I just want to say uh congratulations to everybody that's on this call, and also big ups and appreciation too, man, because I wouldn't have been able to
Yeah,
do none of
Yeah,
definitely.
I
this
appreciate the family and
without
the
y'all.
connection for
None
sure,
of
man.
this would be possible for WealthWave or Block Cycle
Yeah, for
Labs
real.
without everybody here.
Yeah, I say the same for real.
And man, that's why I really go by the joke, man. Jack of all trades. We all gotta be one. You feel what I'm saying?
That's it.
No matter whichever way you look at it in life, you gotta be a jack of all trades. You know what I'm
That's it.
saying?
That's what I tell people. I say, look, I don't have all the answers. but I damn
Y'all
sure
gonna
passed the test.
Yeah, that's
Motherfucker,
right.
right.
We gonna go find him if we ain't got him.
Yeah.
Yield farming on Algorand.
Yeah. Can you get like you're a little muffled? We couldn't really hear.
I said, are y'all all yield farming on Algorand? I'm going to be posting on Block Cycle and Wealthwave some really big farming opportunities. So one, ITT and Death Knight, I've made $500 in asset appreciation inside the pool, and I'm making like 400% APY on the reward token.
Awesome. Yeah, honestly,
Yes,
dude, if anybody's interested in Cometa, definitely hit Nathan up. He is on point with that, man.
When's the
And
next
really,
class?
really get with him on that DFly shit too, man. You can literally put like stock limit orders like a stock uh and set it for the whole day. It'll literally buy at a certain price and sell off at a certain price, and it'll do it every time those assets hit those prices. I didn't
Yeah,
even know
that's
that until recently. He put me on game with that.
yeah, that's dope. I've been looking for something like
Yeah.
that. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
it's
So
fire. That's the only thing I was thinking. It's like, damn, man, I wish I could do like a limit order with this shit. That'd be what dope as fuck. What? I'm so
hell yeah.
excited.
When's the
Because
next
Yeah,
look,
this
it's
class,
trading
crazy
not
Josh?
because I've
using
been
limit
watching
orders is
XRP, right?
fantastic.
And you can tell because you got, we got understanding of how the market works, right? So as I've been
Hmm.
watching XRP, like at certain times it's been dropping from like, it's pushing up to like $3 now, going to like $4, right?
Hmm.
At like for like a split couple of seconds, maybe like not even a minute, it'd drop to like 32 cents. 33
Yeah,
cents.
you
I'm
already
like,
know what's
damn,
happening.
if I was in the app right now, I could just rack up while
Oh
this shit is
no.
at 33 cents and then it just shoot right back up. Bro,
Man, you know what? You're
bro.
right too. I didn't really pay too much attention to that, but man, I might actually. I'm gonna put that on like a alert because you're right. It has done that because I'll be checking it because I'll do
We're on the
like
last minute of the meeting as well, you
okay,
all.
last minute.
When's the
Real
next
quick.
class? When's the next class on the technical analysis, private banking, staking, and things of the sort? Nathan, that was
Friday,
an excellent last class.
Yeah, Nathan.
Friday, 8 o'clock.
Friday, 8 o'clock Eastern.
Yeah.
Awesome.
AM or PM?
I
It'll
may
be PM.
start a Saturday
All right.
for
And then also, guys, I want to just drop this too. We also got Saturday. I'm not sure what time, but check the Wealth Wave School and maybe the Block Cycle too. JoJo's doing a Web3 class.